today we have an amazing artist with us. Help me welcome Miss Kizzy.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Kizzy Cobain.
So, like I was telling you earlier, you're one of the only artists that we're gonna have on this season. So, talk your shit, show out.
Wow, I'm actually very, very honored.
Yes,
I
yes.
think this is great. Like what you have going, what you have set up, what you're trying to do is very amazing.
Thank you. I always say like I need to hear that because I feel like sometimes people are like, you probably hear it all the time, and it's like, no, yes, but even just like those a little bit of words like make me feel so.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like when you know something, but when somebody else comes along and just says it, it just kind of puts like an
Yeah.
emphasis on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially from like younger, because I know you're Gen Z, right? Just to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm like super hyped to have a Gen Z on because we have a lot of millennials.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super excited to have a Gen Z. Come on, I have some interesting questions to ask from your perspective.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes,
Ready to
yes.
jump right
Okay.
in.
So as a Gen Z, what is like one thing that you can tell us apart from? So let me just give you an example and then let me tell you why I'm asking. So I have a younger cousin. She's a
Okay.
Gen Z. And one time I was on a trip with her and she was like, I can tell a millennial because you guys like part your hair from the side and have like this little flip thing going. And I was like, what the hell? Like, out of all things, that's what you chose to say. So, like, I'm just curious to know what if you could think of something else. Like, how could you tell? Like, oh yeah, she's a little older than us, or
Think of two things
awesome. Okay.
that I could tell. So like it's the way like the words that are being said,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
I feel like the Gen Z we have like this special kind of slang.
Uh huh.
And it's like it's changing every day,
Yeah.
like new things are coming and it's just so much to keep up with.
Uh
For a little bit the older people, like my mom,
huh.
she tries to use the slang,
Yeah.
but it's just not.
Y'all could tell we
Just
trying
not.
too hard, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's the trying too hard that we can
Yeah.
tell. It's the trying too hard. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Like
just
the whole
keep it where you're at.
period and
Yeah,
like the whole.
period. I
Just don't do it.
please no. And then also, I would say the style of clothes. So
Okay.
yeah,
Please
it's like
enlighten me.
a lot of like the Gen Z people. They have like this particular style.
Mhm.
It's something I feel like that's new and refreshing, while also
Yes.
bringing back a lot of like the old things, like like things from the
Yeah.
'90s, early
90s.
2000s.
Yes.
Like they're bringing it back, but like in a new way, in a refreshing
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
I could definitely see that.
So I can see like the difference, like in style for
Mhm.
sure. That can help me know, like, okay, you
Okay.
might be just a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what do we dress like? Very like played out.
I wouldn't say played out because I've seen some outfits, like your outfit today, like very cute,
Thank
very
you.
stylish.
Well, one thing that I love to tell y'all's generation is that you guys are so inspiring because you guys like act on what y'all want and y'all don't tolerate a lot of BS.
Mhm.
And I'm so here for it. And you guys are chasing y'all's dream. Like that's the biggest thing,
Of course.
So I want to talk a little bit about my first time seeing you and how I heard of you. It was at the Aaron May concert, and you got to perform your songs, and you really stood out to me because I was like, oh my gosh, she's not singing with like, I don't know what the specific terms about it, but I've seen where people play their song and then they sing over it, but you were like singing straight off the beat. And I was like, I love that. Like, I love live music. I love a good voice, And I was like, but yeah, that was like the one thing that stood out to me. And I came up to you and told you because I'm that person that's going to go up and tell you, like,
Well,
mhm.
first, thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much for just highlighting that. That
Yes.
concert was amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Like everybody just
Like,
did
you
so
had to be
good.
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. And I want to say thanks for noticing. I feel like a lot of people don't really do that nowadays. Everybody's just going off what they not really putting in like the effort or the work to come with what they really like, who they really are.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just try to just keep it real
Yeah.
and just show people like what they're gonna get, because this is like if I were to do a concert right now, I would not want to go out there and not sound like how the song is sounding.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just not that I'm like judging anybody who
Right,
who does that, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah. Okay, I noticed that y'all's generation is very introverted too, though. Like, yeah,
Most
like you guys
definitely.
perform, but then like when I was like walking around and like, I'm a social butterfly.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna talk to you about anything and everything.
I would say that you're definitely right. I feel like social media has just given so many people the opportunity to like connect with not without actually connecting. Like not having to be in
Right.
person, not having to actually show and be the real them because they can just hide behind something on the internet.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I feel like Gen Z is definitely introverted because we just have too much of the opportunity to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people like that better. Would I say that it's better? I feel like no. I feel like social media has just like ruined so many things. Like people don't get out, they don't talk anymore. They don't, like you say, you're a social butterfly.
Yeah.
That's great. People don't get out and just try to socialize or try to find friends or try to meet new people.
Yeah.
Because they can just go on the internet and just
Live
look
a
at them
whole
from
nother
there.
life. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I was just like, I had to make sure because, like I said, my little cousin, she's the same way. Even the way she texts, it's like, that's all you're gonna say. I sent you a whole paragraph, and that's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
I love you. I love you, Shy. But you guys, y'all different, so I have to learn y'all. Like, are you in a bad mood? Like, what is going on? Okay, that was the end of the conversation.
Sure.
Got it.
I identify with the Gen Z.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't go by a lot of like the social standards or like the morals that a lot of the Gen Z people go by. It's not all.
Okay, so what does that look like though? Like y'all's social standards and morals.
Socials, it's crazy. Like it's just has gotten so out of hand. I feel like everything is just material, money, and it's just that's not what things are about. Even when it comes down to love,
Yes.
whether it be friendships, relationships, things have just taken a turn for the worse.
Yeah, like this toxic culture.
Yes, very toxic.
It's
Like nobody
so-
wants to love. Nobody wants.
But yeah, that's definitely a culture that I am not a part, and I don't like at all.
Don't like it either.
It's horrible.
It's terrible.
It's like, give me somebody that wants to love me.
You know what? I feel like people have just tried to switch it up so much because, like the older generations, how everything was just so set in place and set in stone and all these, things that you have to do or what you're expected to do. I feel like people have just tried to turn that around so much, which I applaud. Like I'm for that, for that, for sure. But I feel like they just turned it just a little too much. Just a little too
Like
much.
there needs to be balance.
Yes,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about your music journey. Like, where did it start?
So I guess I'll start from where it started.
Okay.
I've been singing since I was a child, and my grandpa, he used to go on tour. So like we would go with him, and I would see like everything. Like we would go to his shows, and I would see all the things that he was doing, and it's just always been a dream of mine. Like I would just look and be like, like one day,
That's gonna be me.
it will be, it will be. I
Yes.
kid you not. So yeah, that's where it started. I've been singing since a child, and also my dad sings. So I guess it was just kind of like in me, kind of
Okay.
destined,
Yes, I
in a
love
way.
that.
So yeah, and then in 2018. My sister and I, we actually used to get in the studio a lot, and just like that's where we started like making songs there. And then 2019, I actually wrote a song by myself. It was like the first song that I put out and was like really proud of.
Yes.
It's called Another Realm. So I put that out, and then I did a video to it, and it just kind of all started from there.
Yeah.
I was just making more music, and I didn't really have a plan, as to like where I was gonna go or what was gonna happen.
Yes.
But I just kept making the music, and it all worked out. Like it all started to come together in the best way.
Okay.
And I have an EP out right now. It's called Kizzy Effect on all platforms. And that was my first EP. I really like the songs on there. I feel like it was a great like jump start.
Awesome.
It wasn't. You know what? It was great. Just gonna keep it there.
Yes.
It's great.
Okay.
And right now, I'm working on an album. This is the one. This one is special. I'm telling you. This one is
So what makes it so special?
Okay, what makes it so special is just the journey in life that I've been at while making these songs. Like, these songs, they really, really show where I was and where I've come, like where I'm going. Like it just tells such a beautiful story. I feel like a story that I feel like everybody can relate to because
Awesome.
we're all just coming from, we're just coming from, we don't know what we're doing. We're just trying and just trying to chase our dreams out here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. One thing that I also like about you, this is just like on Instagram, is that you're like very natural, very spiritual, very like, I would say intentional with what you're putting out.
For sure.
And just very transparent. Like you be dropping some gems on Instagram on your story. I'm like, okay, I like her. Yes. And then you're super natural. Like I see you in your cowboy boots. Like I love your style.
A lot of times I just be waking up and I just, however I'm feeling, I'll just go with that.
Yeah.
I'm not too big on like, oh, I have to look a certain way or I have to be a certain way. I'm just, only person I know how to be is me.
Right.
You know?
Right. So if you can give a fashion tip, like what would be your fashion tip?
My fashion tip would be, don't worry about if things actually match, but more so worry about how they look put together. It could be, the most off the wall thing, like pink shoes, green pants, blue shirt. Doesn't matter. As long as it looks together and as long as you're like confident when you're wearing it, that can just transform anything that you have on.
Yeah, I think the confidence is key, and like being able to make sure that it like fits your body.
Yeah,
and it molds your body.
Yeah, gotta love what you're wearing.
Yeah, because if you don't like it, who else is gonna like it?
They're not.
You gotta trust that they're gonna believe you based off your confidence that it looks good. Yes,
it's all up to you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, so I have a question. It's probably like a pretty basic question, that like basic interview question, but I have to ask.
Okay.
So who inspired you growing up? And okay, let's start there. Yeah, who inspired you growing up? Who were like some of your inspirations in music?
Okay, some of my most inspirations in music, I would say definitely like Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill.
I made that face because Bree's like, that's who she gives me. Like, that's who she is, Erykah Badu. And I was like, and I walked out there in the stage and I was like, hey, you're right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That was so funny. It's funny because I've heard that so many times.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I don't own it though. I appreciate it, but I don't own it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not Erykah Badu,
Yeah.
I think what I realized was that people are getting this Erykah Badu kind of vibe from me because of the way that I'm going about the music and the words that I'm saying, Like Erykah Badu, she gives the vibe like, oh, I don't care. Like, I'm about growth. I'm about positivity. I'm going to put it out. You like it or you don't, And I feel like I'm kind of giving that same vibe. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do me.
Right.
And I feel like that's where people
get that.
Yeah, that's where they get that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so Erykah Badu. Who else?
Lauryn Hill.
A
very, very big inspiration for me. She's amazing.
Yes.
Like, truly. I think I liked her the most when I was watching Sister Act.
Okay.
And I heard her sing His Eyes on the Sparrow. Yeah, my mom used to make me sing that song. Anybody come over?
It's like, they tell you it's like a little talent show.
Yes.
Show them your little dance. Show them your little
That's
song.
exactly that's exact. I used to be like, oh my God, like, please stop. Please don't put me on the spot like this again.
She was prepping you for greatness.
Yeah, it was a lot of that going on. A lot of that. But yeah, I thank them. I thank them for what they're doing, what they've done for the people.
Yes.
To be included.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, so those two. So you said that your dad and your grandfather had been on tour. What is that they did on tour? Okay,
so my grandfather, he was a famous blues singer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He was B.B. King.
Okay, I'm not familiar with them.
He died not too long ago, but he would go on tour, like he had a band and everything, and he would just go on stage. He would be singing and playing the guitar, just like a good blues show,
Awesome.
My dad, he sings. He's not like a big star or anything, but he sings, and I would say he has given me a lot of inspiration, like a lot of motivation. Beautiful. Just growing up and seeing him and him just trying to follow his dream.
Yeah.
That has really motivated me to like, I can do that.
Yeah, for
For sure.
sure. And then it's kind of like running in the family. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. In the current season that you're in life right now, if you could pick a song to describe it, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a great question. Okay. Can it be a song that I made? I
Yes,
know the world doesn't
yes.
know it, but
Oh, but they will.
oh yes, they will. Okay, so it's a song that I have. It's called "Slow Yet in Motion."
Okay.
And basically, in this song, what I'm describing is I'm going through hardships. You know, life is like an emotional roller coaster. We're going up and down.
Yes.
And I'm just, while all this is going on, I'm just moving with the waves. Like I'm just flowing with the waves, and whatever happens, happens. And I'm getting through this hurt, and I'm getting through this pain, and I'm coming out the other side. And you know, things are great. Things are never what I imagine. You know, while going through things, we just never know why this is happening or what the outcome will be.
Right.
But when it's all over, it's just like looking back, it's so amazing to see, like, I know why that happened.
Yeah. You get that confirmation. Like it could be 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years later, but you'll realize why.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And that song, it's actually one of my favorite songs right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I like how your music takes us through a journey. And it's not just like ABC 1, 2, 3. You know, now music nowadays is sounding very riddle-ish, like nursery rhyme-ish, you know? Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about how you came into contact or started working with Aaron May.
Okay. So I met Aaron May in 2018, end of 2018, actually through a mutual friend. So we met, and it was funny because I didn't even know who this was or that I was going to come in contact, you know, but I was talking to my friend. Well, actually, it was one of my sister's friends, and she was telling me, like, oh, there's this guy, and you guys should do a song together. Like, I'm going to put you in contact. So she wasn't actually even talking about him.
Okay.
But he hit me up. Yeah, he actually hit me up because I guess the friend that I was talking to thought that that's who we were talking about, but I didn't even know who anybody was talking about. But it was
like,
literally
okay, let's just do it.
Yeah, let's go, you know. But it was fate.
Of course, alignment. I'm like a firm believer in alignment, and whatever is meant for you, it's gonna happen. I feel like God uses us as a resource, so it's not in a selfish way of like, oh, how can we use each other, but it's like, how can we serve each other, you know? So yeah, definitely meant for you to be aligned with him if that's how it played out. But yes, go ahead. I took over, but go ahead.
Oh no, I really liked what you were saying because I agree 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just kind of happened, and we became friends, you know.
Awesome.
And from there, just music. He's doing music, I'm doing music.
Awesome.
And you know what? We actually have a song together.
You have a song with him?
Yes, I have a song with him. It's a great song. It's out. It's called Memories. Sorry,
Okay.
I almost forgot for a second.
Don't forget the name of it.
How, but it's called Memories. It's out. It's on my EP, Kizzy Effect.
Yes. I've heard the song. I just didn't know the name of it, but it's a really good song.
Thank you.
We were backstage, and some of our friends from, I think it was middle school, were there too. So I was like telling them, I was like, who would have ever thought we would have all been here right now, all these years later, like watching him just, grow up. But he's doing great things, and he's serving his purpose, and I just love to see it for everybody, you know, for everybody. Yes. Okay, so now you guys have music together, and it's up from here, huh?
It is. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. I'm working with Moving the AM.
Okay,
which is his independent record label.
Yes.
And everybody's there. Everybody there is great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talent, a lot of creativity.
Yes.
And I like how everybody's different.
Yeah. Not in his team of artists, yes, but even extended to like the videographers, the graphic designers, like when it comes to just creativity in general, I pay attention to detail. Yeah. And I seen a videographer there that was like 13 or 14. I was like, how old are you? These kids probably thought I was crazy. But it's just, I love being able to see like they're getting younger and like pursuing their dream. And I just love to see it. I went up to him. I was like, how old are you? He was probably scared. He was like, I'm 14. I was like, I'm not trying to stop. Just mind blown. But it was just, yes, the creativity in all aspects, front end, back end. Y'all are doing some great things. And I'm so here for it. So
I am too.
yeah. Would you want to sing a little bit for us today? Can we do like a mini song association? Like, can I give you like 2 words, 3 words? And do you know what song association is? Or
I've seen like one video on that.
okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 words. Okay. If you want to.
Okay.
And sing a song that comes to mind, a word that's in that song.
Okay.
I'll do that. Let's do something simple. Let's do love.
Okay.
Love
So a lot of songs pop up. So let me pick one that I feel like
resonates with you.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go for it. You can sing a little part of it. You don't have to sing the whole thing.
Okay. This is actually my song.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I love how you look at me. Yeah, the volume speaks loudly. How you hold me makes me think that it's holy matrimony.
I have this thing for like live singing, and like live instruments, like just live music. I'm just okay. I love it. Awesome. Okay, let's think of another word. Let's do time.
Okay.
Time.
I'm not gonna do one of my songs again. Let me.
You can most definitely do another one of your songs, please.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. This is called Borrow Time.
Okay.
It's it's a little fast. It's not. It's more so on the maybe sing talk rappy kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't die tonight, so I'll live to see tomorrow. Trying to get it right, but it feels like I'm on borrowed time. Feels like I'm on borrowed time. Every other day, going through another sequence. Never get a break, yeah, my heart been on the defense. Hurry up, for it's too late. I might end up in the deep end. Never catch me slipping, snatched them feelings back in. Keep on.
Awesome. That's so beautiful. Your voice is just so awesome. I just love it. So now that you performed a little bit for us, tell us how do you prepare yourself for your performances?
I had like 3 performances so far.
Okay.
So how I prepare myself is the day of. Well, first of all, I overthink so much, which I hate that I do. But the day of, I try to just clear my mind. You know, just try to be peaceful, try to be settled. Because if I don't, I will go crazy. And you know, I just like to listen to music that makes me feel good, like that makes me feel comfortable. And then I'll probably like practice a few times, even though I know like they're my songs, I can sing them. I guess I just do that too, because my nerves just be racking a little bit.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is actually after it's all said and done, like once I actually get up there, like I'm so nervous beforehand, especially if I smoke, because I smoke.
Yeah.
So if I smoke, then I'll just be feeling the nerves like 10 times. Like I'm feeling everything just coming.
If you smoke, you'd think it would calm you down, no?
I would think, because usually it does, but it's like when I smoke, I'm just seeing realness, like full-fledged, no blindfold, no nothing, just full-fledged realness. So I don't know, I think I just be feeling like everything around me, and it just kind of gets a little overwhelming. Yeah. So I try not to smoke beforehand.
Okay.
If I'm like gonna go up there and get up there and sing. But surprising enough, when I'm actually up there, it's like I say a few words, all the nerves just go away. Like I don't know, I don't even know why they're there
to begin with.
Yeah.
So how do you practice like meditation or anything like that?
Yeah, I meditate. I do yoga.
Okay.
roundabout every day. And I meditate while doing things like that I love to do, you know, because like meditation is just like a peaceful state of mind, and I get very peaceful like when I'm working on something, like when I'm working on my music. That's like a very, very good form of meditation for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, because it just makes me feel, you know, whole, and just I'm not really thinking about anything else.
Yeah, that was my next question. Like, what does a day in the studio look like for you, or just how do you go about your artistry, writing your music, and all of that good stuff?
That's a great question. Actually, I don't really write.
Okay.
Yeah. So how I come about a song is I'll probably be at home, because that's like where I'm most comfortable, where I feel like I can just be my most creative self.
Yes.
And I'll just be recording myself. I'm alone 9 times out of 10. I'll just record myself, and I'll just record myself going through beats. And when I find a beat that really like resonates with me, I can like feel it, you know, like I'll know, and it just comes. I like freestyle.
Nice.
And I just use it. I'll go back, I'll watch what I did, and 9 times out of 10, I use it, because if the beat resonated with me, then it's just already like, it's just
coming together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it just works.
Okay.
So easily. It just flows so easily.
Yeah. That's good to know, because I know everybody goes about it differently, you know, and however it works for them, cool, you know. Yeah. But I had a question of, okay, let me explain it, and then I'll ask a question. So there's certain people that are best at their, or produce good quality music, or just content, or just do better at their lows with their creativity, and there's people that perform better when they are at their highs. Where do you feel like you fall in that? Because I've heard people say, like, you know, I did this poem, or I did this song, and it came out so good, but it's because I was so sad. And I'm like, huh? You know, I don't like showcasing my lows. I like showcasing my highs, which doesn't make, I don't know, you know. But where do you fall in that? Are you like in between? Where do you feel like you create better?
Okay. I honestly, I like my music when I'm low.
Okay.
Not that I don't like it when I'm high.
Right.
But they're just two completely different things. They're two completely different vibes.
Yes.
So like when I'm low, or I'm like not feeling the best, or I'm feeling hurt, or I'm feeling angry, I love that music because it just shows so much. Gotcha. Like when I'm singing, those emotions, they just come out so heavy.
Yes.
And I feel like it like opens the doorway to connection, because a lot of people are feeling these emotions, you know, and a lot of people don't have ways to express them, or you know how to go about getting them out or up, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so I would say I like my music when I'm low.
Okay.
I like it because I like the expression in it. But my music when I'm high is like a completely different, like they're two completely different lanes. Okay. And the music when I'm high is amazing too. Okay. Like it's
so you do well in both.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. It just depends on how I'm feeling, you know?
Yeah. Okay, well that's really good, because a lot of people can't do both, you know? Yeah, I think I would rather stay at my highs. I know another thing about Gen Zs, they're so authentically, well, I don't want to say everybody, but I've noticed it more where, like TikTok, you know, compared to like Instagram. Like I grew up on Instagram, so everything's very portfolio and aesthetic like, and it's like, you only get to see the good and everything, you know? And you guys are like, nope, story time. So let me tell you about this. Oh my God, y'all just be putting all y'all business out there, huh? But I'm here for it. Like I'm gonna watch all parts of that story time. You know, you can, on TikTok has the tabs now. You can go in, okay, let me go to the story time. But yeah, that was my question. I think I'm more of like, I want to, yeah. You know, the last, one of the girls that I had here, she was telling me, like, you know, your audience want to see like,
yeah, they
you know,
see the real.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm built for that just yet.
Know,
like,
I get that.
Yeah.
I really do. You know, it's not easy to come out to the world and show that you're not okay.
Yeah. I'll open up more here on the podcast, because, yeah, Instagram is not. It's more of like an aesthetic, you know?
Most definitely.
Yeah. Leave a message after the beep. Okay. So I'm going to explain it to you. So pretty much we asked the last guest to leave a message for the next guest, and then we're going to ask you to do the same, and it just keeps going. Okay, so They don't know who they're leaving the message for. And hopefully it resonates with you. I'm big, like I told you, big on alignment. So whatever message she left, I felt like it's God's way of, relaying that message to you. And then whatever message it is that you leave, the next person's you're not going to know who it's going to be for, but they're going to get to hear it. Okay. Hold on, let me listen to it first, because it could probably be one of these videos of me, audios of me talking to my to God, Let me see. Okay, it's her. I need to start writing the titles. People have like video diaries where they like talk to themselves, but then they reflect like months later. Don't judge me, Alec. I talk to myself, okay? I talk to God. Okay, so this is the message that she left. So what is the best piece of advice that you've received that you would hand over to the next guest? Like if you can give her a piece of advice.
The advice that I've received that I would pass on would definitely be to believe in yourself and to just, do what you want to do. Right. Don't do what you don't want to do, because it's not helping you. It's not helping you anyway. It's not helping you get better. It's not helping you grow. Just believe in yourself, and you can do anything. Like, you can literally do anything. Yeah. It may not be as easy as it seems, but as long as you, like working towards what you want to do, what you're passionate about, because usually what we're passionate about, it has something to do with like our purpose. Right. So I feel like as long as you're working towards that and working towards just being the best person that you can be, then you'll just be unstoppable, Yeah. Nothing can stop you.
Amen to that. Thank you. I know they're going to love that. They're going to love it. But awesome. Okay, so we have one more segment before we close. Okay. So like I told you, the name of the podcast is the Bloom Podcast, and the concept of it is self-development and growth and just blooming into the beautiful flower that you are. And then I'm very big on giving everybody their flowers. So we have a surprise for you. Before I give it to you, well, we can give it to you. You told me you like dandelions. I cannot find dandelions. I'm so sorry, but I got you yellow roses. So, I kept the color concept. And yeah, it's just giving you your flowers. You're so deserving and you're doing amazing things. And I want to give you your flowers because you may think you're just getting started, but you're already doing so much. Okay. So those are for you. When I find a dandelion, I'll bring it to you. I'll give you a dandelion, but you can settle for yellow roses for now. We kept the color though.
This is amazing. Like I'm shocked. No, like for real, I'm shocked. Like this is so nice. This is so considerate.
You're deserving. You're deserving for sure. For sure. You're doing amazing things, and I can't wait for you to come back in a couple years and be like new and improved, or just wherever it is that you're at in life. I wish you the best and keep being you, because even though you're inspiring maybe your generation, you're also inspiring my generation. And you're doing amazing things, and I can't wait to see you in the future. Hopefully. Wow. Don't forget about little old me, okay?
I couldn't. Wow, thank you so much for the opportunity to come on here. I love what you're doing. I love the idea that you have and what you're pushing for.
Thank you.
It's so great, to just uplift other women, not only women, but people in general. Yes. I feel like we don't have enough of that going around.
We don't.
And it's very selfless of you.
Thank you. Y'all heard it. Selfless of me.
Thank you so much. Like this was amazing. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed talking to you. You asked great questions, and this just topped it all off. Wow.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on. Let the people know where they can find you. What do you have going? Also mention your sister's account that you mentioned to me. Mm-hmm. So the questions I asked in the beginning was really just to throw you off from knowing what flowers you wanted. That was really it. So, but make sure to mention everything, where they can find it, what you're putting out, and what's to come. And
okay.
What's that camera?
Hey everybody, I'm Kizzy Cobain. I have an EP out right now. It's titled Kizzy Effect on all platforms, including a music video on YouTube, also under Kizzy Cobain. I can be found on all platforms as Kizzy Cobain, Kizzy Cobain. Also, my sister and I run a cooking business, which is titled KX Kitchen on Instagram. And all I have to say is the food is like nothing you will ever try. Nothing you will ever try. Thanks.
Yay. Well, thank you so much. Well, we're gonna do this again. I'm speaking it into existence. We're gonna do this
Yes.
again, and I'm really excited. But very grateful for you to have been
Me too.
be able to come.
Very grateful for you to invite me.
Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty, beautiful people. I want to thank Miss Kizzy for coming on, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Bye.